Well, everyone, welcome. Here we're at the finals of the WWB Women's World of Backgammon uh, Mixed Doubles event. We're gonna have a great match. It's been a great event so far. Um, we have KG and KD, Kent Goulding and Karen Davis on one side, and and then we have Martha. Help me with her last name.
Gjelseth,
Just us, and her husband. What was her husband's name again?
Asbjørn Arntzen.
Asbjørn. And they're great, great Norwegian players. Martha, great person. Happy to have met her when she's been playing on the Norwegian team for the last couple of years when we were out there. Karen was out there playing on the women's team. So it's great in this event to see, you know, two of the women players that were in the team events and have faced off in these great international events playing in this cup here as well. Both masters as well, some of the highest ranked women players in the world. So it's going to be quite exciting. I'm excited.
Yes, and I'm excited to do the commentary with you, Roberto Litzenberger on my side.
Yeah, Denise
Okay,
Kaiser.
players can start now.
All right.
Bye, good luck.
So we do have a match to 9 points.
Yeah. And the opening 4-1. The worst opening you can have.
What do? Slot this 5 immediately?
You
Be
can.
aggressive?
Split and slot are about the same here, so it's not like the 2-1. This is perfect. Mainly because with the 4-point, you can play your sixes after in a different way. They don't play well when you're hit, but
For 2. That's the pull
ooh,
point for Martha and Asbjørn.
did he make
2-1.
the 3 here, I guess? Yeah.
I think so. Could also do the bar, of course. Step into it. Split and down.
Yeah, this seems like the right idea.
That seems, yeah, seems normal. You are aiming for the 4-point as well. Nice shake, double 3.
Good number. What to do?
A 10 and a 3, maybe?
I agree with that. That's probably what I would do. Make 2 solid points and go ahead and just leave that blob there.
Mm-hmm. Looking at other options, always a good plan. Yeah, that looks nice too. I think the other one is stronger with the inner point.
Yeah, that's staying stacked with the 6-point there, a little too heavy. This is
Mm-hmm. Looks like a nice distribution, and if you're missed, you're in a very good position. And if they anchor up, well, then they anchor up, right? Can't prevent that one. You're certainly not hitting openly on the 4, which you could do.
that's a little too much, making both points. It's like saying hit me for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Of course, the 5 points so valuable. I like looking at it, but I think that's the play.
Yeah, this has so many builders pointing down on both the 4 and the 5 after. Um, Good solid play, I think.
Yeah, there's the anchor.
And I'm not looking, I'm not going to be able to see, we're not going to be able to see if these are, if any things are mistakes or not. So I guess we'll run that later if we mess things up. We're just going to use our expertise
Yes,
to give the opinions here, what we would do.
exactly. We don't get to have a peek to what's right.
I think it's
Yeah,
much better that way. I think people can learn a lot, especially when they look back later and say, oh, look, everybody got it wrong. The players got
yeah,
it wrong
yeah,
and the
yeah.
commentators got it wrong. Okay, well, then that's
Well,
just what
was
players
difficult.
do.
Yeah, exactly.
4-3, I guess you run and hit there. It's a good number. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Looks like a nice play. It's also an option, keeping the anchor and attacking there.
Yeah, but I like when you're hitting, you're kind of getting over the hump. You know, the 4-3 is better than like a 3-2 hit. Um, you have a better board. You're leading now. This gives you basically the race lead.
Yeah,
And once they get the dreaded doubles from the bar, you know, you're like this.
like this, yeah.
This was their worst nightmare here. This is what they were fearing. What if they roll double twos? You know.
Or double ones or double threes or whatever, yeah. Yeah, well, that looks like a nice 4-point. That's
Yeah, doubles
strong.
from the bar, what and the parts where there's the most swing in the game, really, a lot of time. A lot of jokers are from doubles from the bar.
Yeah. We do have a double here. Do you think it's too good, Roberta?
You know, I'm not a big fan of undoubled too good. There's still a lot of work to do. The race lead's small. I always like to say
Your
there is a
doubles.
window called double pass. Is
Yeah,
one
just cash the
window.
point.
Yeah.
Too many gammons there. I'm not sure, but I find those really hard. So often you think you're too good, and then you have the shitty roll, and then you think like you lost your market, right?
Yeah, exactly. If it's just a small mistake to play on, often it's just right to kind of get the point and move on and put it in your pocket. And
Mm. Okay, so we start off with the slotting. Okay, hit back. There's the 5 point for the Norwegian team.
yeah, that was that doubles from the bar again. Great roll. Great
Yeah, that's
reply.
nice. Yeah, nice anchoring up.
Yeah, now Black's happy. They have the anchor. Now they can kind of develop whatever game they do, but they know they have a base there in the back to
Mm-hmm.
protect them. They're not playing defense anymore.
Yeah, I like the idea of having them all distributed now with this stronger 5 point they are holding.
Yeah, this is good. Oh, exactly what was ordered.
Nice reply. Now, do you leave the shot on the 8 point?
I I wouldn't here. You just consolidate in a race lead.
I think that's key, that you're up in the race. You don't want to risk it,
Yeah.
even though you would love to have the bar point. Okay, looks like the 11 point and just coming up.
Yeah, this looks good. White's hoping to say, hey, I want a mutual holding game now. You know, they have an anchor, they really want one too, and
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's an interesting 4-3 coming up here.
yeah, this is hard for me. Just the very
Hit on the
passive, just
2.
go to the 6
Yeah,
point.
that would be
Very
passive.
well be
Yeah.
right. You when 5 checkers on the midpoint, you normally just have to get them off. So I'm pretty sure one of them's
Yeah.
down.
Looks like that Karen and Kent are thinking just the same. Oh, that's nice. There's the anchor and the slot on the 7.
Yeah, this is
Nice
great.
play.
You get the anchor and then kind of a nice slot. If you get away with that, you can make a nice little, nice little 4 prime if you get away with it.
5-2. Both down. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the only play really around here.
Yeah, with that blot on the 18, they can afford to have a fly shot there. And that's the bar point.
Yeah, there's the alternative. Could make the 9 here. Continue to
Mm-hmm.
beat that. We'll still look at that.
Yeah, they're having a
Or
look
that.
at that, yeah.
I guess you could
Uh-huh.
make the 10 and then go 8 to 6 as well, but I kind of like the idea of kind of the 9 and leaving the blot, or just the traditional.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This one I like
But
least.
this is good. I mean, they're behind on the race, and this is great blocking contact. This is
I like the 9 point, actually, or the bar.
but not leaving any shot. There's something to be said for that. This is what I
That looks
initially
nice and
saw.
solid. Yeah, this looks solid. Of course, yeah, you leave a direct shot there. Any threes?
But you said what it said, it looks solid. We do that a lot of backgammon, something that kind of, we have this aesthetic that we see something and say, ooh, I like the way that looks. And then we kind of go for that play. And then I look for the theory to explain it away, but I'm just really going for what it looks like sometimes.
Yeah, this looks safe like Swiss cheese.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
not,
that looks probably just to the 5 and
yeah. 5 heavy, you have 4 on different points.
yeah,
You're at least getting the 5th checker off the 6th point.
yeah. They're discussing bar point probably, but I think that's the play.
Yeah, midpoint's still important here since you have the checkers back still on the 21. You'd like to use as a
Important for connectivity. Mm-hmm. This one or slot the 2.
Yeah. This is when it gets into the kind of position we're looking at last turn. Last turn, obviously, you'd be making the 6. That's probably a good play. I mean, it's always when you're not dumping checkers behind the anchor is solid. So
That's true. Are we having the bar point now, mate? Yeah,
yeah, I guess they can go
I
for it.
like that. Mm-hmm.
Everything else is just kind of dumping,
Mm-hmm.
but oh, a miss.
That's the bar point finally.
Yeah, I think they do kind of do the bar. They held that. Well, they can do this. This is
They can do this, yeah.
max contact.
That's
I didn't
nice
see this
too.
at first. And they're still
That's
down.
nice too.
This,
Yeah.
this may be fine. This is fine.
Yeah. Double 3. Come up
Great roll.
and hide the blot.
That's always a small victory for them when they move their anchor a little further home now. Now even
Yeah,
if
when
it's
you're
up
up in the race, yeah. And you have this nice opportunity. So that's the 4 point. From the 10, you clear the 10 probably, huh?
This is black.
Oh,
Yeah, I think they already moved before, so I think they make the ace here.
then it's the ace, yeah. You
Yeah.
don't run off the anchor yet. Even though there's a blot in opponent's home board.
Okay, this is the
3.
classic mutual holding game. The tension mounts. Great
Oh,
roll.
that's nice.
Great roll. Because now the trailer can be the first one to leave a shot. But they won't.
Timing is not too well, yes.
Yeah, 3 point, but someone has to
This
blink.
is
This is the old
that's
standoff.
yeah. And this is why there's no cube yet, even though with this a nice racing lead.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. You can either go to the
Clear
ace
the
or
eight. Clear the
break the
8
ace.
or go to the ace. Yeah, I clear the 8. What do you
Yeah.
do? Having spares, otherwise you're running out of spares.
Yeah, it just gives you that 6-4 to land.
Yeah. Well, 4 prime is also gives you timing to clear from the rear. But I think that's okay.
Okay, well, there's a 6. That's exactly what it's 6, the right 6 that got over. And there's no one's left a shot yet. So
That was a perfecta. You can close your, yeah, no.
Yeah, not when you're down. You want to survive and have that deep contact as well.
Yeah, you're ready for contact now.
Yeah.
Now key roll. 5, 4, yeah, that works. Yeah.
Okay, now any six, white's kind of in trouble here.
Mm-hmm.
It's rough when you're trailing and you're the one that has to give up the shot first in the contact. But that happens because white has, four checkers kind of outside and black only has two, even though they're further back.
Yeah, I would not do this. Yeah, I would do this.
Yeah, this looks right.
I don't want my opponents to have a good 6-3 to run out. Yeah,
Look at that. Why don't we just do this?
that's nice. Yeah, that's really nice. And
Mm,
come down.
good. There's pros and cons on both. But this
No.
looks more traditional because if they get off, you get that direct six to hit them, which is a big winner. And the other way, you're not sure, but you're staying further back, but you have contact. Is there a way to run with one? Would that be feasible? Double fives
Yeah,
is
I
really
was just
good
exactly
anyway.
thinking, yeah, I was thinking that because of that blot, right?
Yeah, it just really leaves 6-4 because double fives is going to win it for him anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really only those two numbers. At least look at it, maybe.
Yeah. Well, here you have your spares.
Oh no, you can't because they were back. Okay, they were back on the 21. I was thinking in my head when they did it, they were on the 17 and could run one checker to the ace point or something. But
Aha, to the 20 would be, yeah.
yeah.
That's a lovely shake, 21. Yeah. And another, oh, that's really what you're hoping for in that position where you don't have a double
Yeah. So this moved
to
from a
run.
neutral holding game just to a holding game there.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't save two
Yeah.
six. Generally, two sixes is not, you only need to save one. Two's too much
Mm-hmm.
from my experience, but all this stuff might be close. It's in the category of technical play.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
White
They're really
says there is
catching
a
up in the
plan B.
race. Mm-hmm.
Plan B. We just run it home. Yeah,
3-2
White's
looks
actually leading
obvious.
by a decent amount because of the wastage here. This extra from black.
Yeah. Would you save a 6 here?
Uh, you can save 1-6 if you like. I probably
5-1.
have because you kind of give up the five, so
Ooh, crunchy time.
ugly. Again, they're the ones trailing and they're down to a 4-point board.
What the cube action like for Martha and Asbjørn?
If they do this and leave a shot, I think you can double this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, market losers there.
Yeah, because they're actually ahead in the raise. Because a raise is even when you're down by 4 pips on roll. So they're only going to be down by 1 pip. And if you consider the wastage, they're down by a lot more than that.
Yeah.
The wastage difference with three checkers on the A's, that would be four. The gap on the six, it's equivalent about 5 pips. So it puts them clearly down. And they're going to get hit with 14 numbers. And the
So
numbers they
that
get hit
sums
with
up, yeah,
are some of the
that
small
sums
numbers.
up. Yeah.
2-1, double one, 3-2, all threes. So
That would sum up to raise position and threat, right?
yeah. I guess they feel they'd get cubed the other way, but you don't know if the people would cube the other way. So this does leave the
Boy,
kind of the 6-1, 6-2 numbers that leave a direct shot. The race isn't that big. They'll hit with every 3, even up threes that don't cover, of course. I'd be happy for that.
Well, this way you can take the cube, right?
Yes. Now, the way to figure out exactly how often someone would win from here is you assume an even race. It was a 4-pip difference. If they're leading by 4 on roll. This game's I think they're a slight favorite when they don't hit. They're a favorite. So they're hitting, what's that, 14 numbers, right?
14, yes. Any 3, 2, 1, double 1.
14, 38% of the time. Of those, let's say they're winning most of the time, 5 out of 6 at least. Yeah, so I think it's a take.
I think it's a double take, right?
Yeah.
You need to double this also. You have market losers there and you're down in the match score. It's a nice
This kind of position,
opportunity.
gammons are really low, so you need to get to like 9 games, which would be 9 out of 36 games. That's around this 25% theoretical that you can take. And
Mm-hmm.
they missed 22 times. Of those, they're not a favorite, but it's pretty close to 9 that they'll win anyway. And even if it's less, like 8, when they're hit, they're bound to win a game as well. So I just get to that number, even-ish score. I don't have to do much more calculations than that. I'm a little surprised about the double hesitation. I'm pretty confident that this is a pretty big cube here.
Mm-hmm. Me too. Yeah.
Because you do have a race lead, and the threat is, that's a lot of numbers.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times you balance. You can say 6-1 and 6-2 are bad, so that's 4 bad numbers. But we just said you have 14 numbers that hit are really good. You can add double sixes and double fives and even double fours to these really good numbers. So then even if you subtract the 4 anti-joker numbers, you still get to, the O'Hagan's law type thing. You get to around 9, 10 numbers that are kind of in the clear of being good numbers. That makes sense.
Yeah. I think this is also even when you don't hit, it's you're still fine.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
So I wonder what they are
Yeah, it's only the 6-1,
reluctant
6-2.
now. Hmm.
But then even then, that's 4 numbers. They need to be hit. So they're only hit a
Mm-hmm.
third of the time after that. So
And they don't have a closed board.
that's not a large parlay there. Correct. Even on top of that, they can come right back in. And it's just an initial double too. So it's not
Mm-hmm. It's not a redouble, it's not, yeah. Well, wonder if they see ghosts.
yeah, well, we all see ghosts in backgammon. It's very easy
Yeah,
to
we
see.
all know them.
That's why I like talking
Working
about
in
positions. Okay, there's the cube.
There's the cube. And I think it's a clear take. Not hit yet. There's a blot in the opponent's board. The gammons, as you mentioned, are low. How many gammons do we face here? Even with a hit.
Even one of them closed. I mean, the most gammons come when you get hit, you hit back, and then the other people come and pick up the other checkers that are out there. Just with one checker closed out here, the gammons are, if they get closed out, around 6% or something like that.
Yeah.
But they're not even closed out yet, so.
Yeah. And it's just 3, double 3 and 3, 4.
Yeah. I'm thinking now, how sure are we? Okay, oh, there's a take. Okay, double ones.
There's
This
a
is one of
take.
those
Yeah.
hit and miss, but there is numbers.
Mm-hmm. Drum roll.
Doom, 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 doom. Oh,
Die of relief on Norwegian side.
yeah.
Okay, close out. And now that's looks like a nice ride home for Martha and Asbjørn. Oh, double six, that hurts on the bar. Still, they should be able to save the gammon.
Yeah, so that position from before was the position when they got closed out that I think that's around 6% gammons.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Oh, there's the shot. No, that was
no,
again
no,
poor. Sorry,
wrong side, yeah.
wrong side. Okay,
There it is.
in
Great,
and
great
out.
goal coming in. Okay, this looks like it's gonna be 2-1. Got to take advantage to talk about scores while they're still playing, because online normally goes fast. Doubles is actually nice to commentate. People move a little slower because they can do it. Normally
That's
online
very
it's
true.
quite hard to commentate. But this will now be 7 away, 8 away, which should be 56 and 44% win chances for each side.
New game.
Okay, opening 4-3 for Karen and Kent. Goulding. Split and down.
Yes, someone told me one time, they said, well, why do you need to know match equities? I'm not going to do calculations over the board. I said, well, when I commentate, I really need to know them because people want to know how often do you win. So for commentators, match equities are really important. When you're
I'm glad you're
playing,
doing it.
I just need to
I'm
win.
very glad. Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, good shot.
Well, that's interesting. You, of
I
course,
bring
hit.
Yeah, there's a hit. I bring the other one down like this. I like this. I'd much rather have 4 checkers on my 8 than on my mid. And it kind of gives me offensive attack ideas.
Yeah.
I'm not ready to really to run when I don't have a point in my board yet, too. That's sort of my general feeling on balance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was just thinking of maybe running out, but having an anchor on the opponent's 4 point and go from there is always nice and convenient. 5-3. That's not too nice. I think you do this.
Yeah, pretty standard. Now they have that 9-point builder they'd love to put used to with a 4-1, 4-3, 5-2, 6-2, 6-3.
Aha. Well,
This is a very reasonable play, and it could very well be right. This is the right time to slash on the ace. Whether it's right or not is when they have that builder and on the 9-point builder, they have so many numbers to work with and attack. It's very reasonable at that point. You're already down significantly in the race, so a 4th checker back is not a big deal. This is the kind of play I'd almost do. I would do this over the board for sure, almost instinctively, whether it's correct or
like the
not, or
tempo
even if
hit.
it's close. I kind of like it. It's the kind of contact I want. Let's fight the initiative.
Okay.
Ooh,
Well,
that's a
there's
great
the
return.
hit
A double hit.
for sure.
Yeah.
You don't want your opponent to anchor up on that 3. You were you have a lot in a zone. You don't care about having an anchor there. Your 5-point split in the back or come to
Yeah,
the bar.
you can split in the back or that 9-7. This looks good. I mean, when you get away with it, this is very powerful. And you're stacked. But there's a lot of returns, but this, they got away with it. What would you do here with these 3s?
I come up to the 21 and do a double
Yeah.
anchor and slot the 10 probably. Would I do this? Well, then you need to continue like that, yeah.
Yeah. I think if it's early, this is probably right. I immediately saw the step up as well. And actually, at first, I didn't even see the hit. I was just thinking, ooh, I have a double anchor, step up. But I don't know
Yeah,
if I'd
it's
step
quite
up with
early
that
for a
last.
double anchor. Yeah, yeah. I think
I would,
both. I like both.
yeah, I would
But
do
this is
this.
probably, yeah, this is more, well, this is such an early state of the game.
Exactly. That's the reason. That was the reason exactly why. It's still early. The race is even, same amount of checkers back. The only really advantage they have is they have the 5 point. Um, so it's kind of
Yeah,
back to regular backgammon if you do something like this
yeah.
for a minute.
Yeah, like this play, come up to the 18.
And there it is.
There's the bar point.
Boom.
You could double hit, right?
Yeah, what a
You
double
could
hit.
double hit. I think I double hit. Yeah.
There we go. This is solid.
Mm-hmm.
And this switches the race lead. So all they really need to do is make a point. If they can make a point on their side of the board next turn, even the bar point, they can solidify the lead.
Yeah, there you go.
But then they get the double anchor first.
Whoa.
And this is not as good as it seems.
No, this is just nice to the on the first side.
Yeah,
Put
I would
you
just
up.
bring it around and bring a spare to the 8.
Mm-hmm.
Just not to leave
Yeah.
2. You could do this also, but
This or come out, yeah.
I'd probably end
Yeah.
up doing this.
Yeah.
I think it's too early to give up the spare on the midpoint without a particular reason.
Yeah, and 5 blots, I mean, Karen and Ken, they do have the 5 point, right?
Yeah,
That's 5 blots.
because of that anchor, the value of the 3 is a little diminished. I mean, it is the first point in their board, but it's not a free point. Well, this doesn't look bad per se, but they have a double anchor back there. They're leading by 44 pips. I think the idea is still prime.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was leaving 5 blots and just bringing 2 down and just going full prime, not putting that 5th checker on the 6 point. And the 3 point's never bad. I mean, it's not horrible ever to make the 3, but
Yeah, and you feel like you have your opponent is on the bar, you want to have another point in board.
yeah. I mean, I would assume that checker on the bar is getting hit right now. So how do I want to have my board?
Yeah.
And this gives up the outfield point too. So you're really exchanging the 3 for the 8.
And there's the hit on the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you have nice return shots and also an equal strong board. Okay.
Seems correct. At least make an anchor here while you hit.
Yeah. 6. Where do you hit? On the 18. Yeah.
Looks right. Race is closed. You don't need that ace point. You're fine with the 4 point. Oh, look at it. They're just trading double anchors back and forth. So I have a double
Really?
anchor.
I
No, I
was
have
just
one.
about to say that.
I don't want mine. Take it.
Oh, come on, take yours. Interesting with the cube action.
Oh yeah, I just told them I don't see any cube for a little while here.
Mm. Oh, that's a nice shake.
This is a mutual double anchor game.
Yes.
And the first one to say I'm not playing a double anchor game. I'm out of here. Normally right.
Okay, come in on 21, have a runner.
Yeah, I like that play to 11. A lot of people would go to the 6th there,
To the
but
6.
when you're priming, you really want the bar point is what you're making here more than the 4 point here. because you're
Yeah.
not blitzing. So this seemed thematic. That just has to be good number.
So you
Good.
come up to the 18,
I
or
don't
you
know.
make the 18, I'd say, and then you look for the last 3. You could do that.
This looks good. Yeah, I guess the bar is overextended. Immediately, I'd look at making the bar, but I think I would. It disconnects too much,
Mm-hmm.
way too much, the position.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like the 18 a lot.
Yeah, this is just very disconnected here. You have 2
Yeah.
anchors, 5 checkers back, but you're only down by, less than 30
Yeah,
pips.
yeah. You do need a landing spot somehow from the back. This looks so much nicer. But where's the last 3?
Yeah, I'd either go to the 8 or the 5. I don't see the reason to go 24, 21 right now.
Yeah.
But the race is
You
still
can
far
hop
away,
out.
so positionally,
Mm-hmm.
you don't mind if you're hit. I'm not sure about that last one.
Okay, we consolidate. That's what I do. Okay, yeah, now you come up to the 21. And you could slot. Or
You could
come out.
definitely slot as an option.
This gives Martha and Asbjørn good 5s.
The other one gets 2 things going too. They hit and they start getting those checkers out, which they want to do immediately as well. But that's the point you want to make, and you're significantly down in the race right here by a lot. That's what inclines me just to leave the furthest checker back right now. Is that 30 pips down? I mean, what's it? They still have a 4 to play though, so 26 pips down. I might just do the 4 on that reason alone. If everything else was equal, I would just stay back. Because you're not hemmed in, right? You still got 6s out, 3s out. There's no threats to be attacked. So it just seems like you know, a card that can be played later.
Yeah, that's not easy. Okay, they decide to run off. Reasonable.
Ooh.
Well, 2 is like, you're running, right?
Yeah, you got to go. You look at
got
everything
it
else.
going.
If you say nothing else works, you're not going to play.
After all, you have the stronger home board, and it's not getting weaker on opponent's side. And you get away with it.
Oh, you're going to hit on the 3.
I would hit on the 3 for sure because of that blot also.
Yeah. And you're just down a lot and need to be aggressive. You're leaving shots anyway. You're
Yeah,
down.
they're dancing numbers. Yeah, 5, 6, all dancing numbers.
Plus, when you hit, what you're doing, their main thing is white's not getting more checkers down into the zone that way.
Oh, this just offers your opponent to hit you.
Oh, you can't see it. I just got brought coffee in the World Team Championship coffee mug here. It's a
Ooh,
women World of Backgammon coffee mug. Whoa, I guess it fades in and out because of that filter
cool.
in there, but
Very cool.
interesting play. Whenever I see something's interesting, I'm not convinced at all that that was the right thing to do. It looks like a play breaking contact and moving forward, and I don't know if that.
Yeah, well, they would have been hit.
But
They
that's
would
not
have been
necessarily a
hit.
bad thing because you'd have another checker back, and
Yeah, I wouldn't have minded. Yeah, I
but
think
look
this
how
is what you
stiff
do.
white
Now
is
you want to
too.
come out. Okay, you extend.
I guess you just extend the prime.
Yeah, I'm staying on the 21 and do this. That would be my play.
This is good too. I just don't know this far down. I guess they're trying to put a lot of weight into containing that checker now. Or a hit later. A lot of stuff to balance out.
Mm-hmm.
So
Now
out
you can
flex.
no flex, yeah. Don't see nothing else.
Oh,
Double
great
four, that's
roll.
a nice shake.
Look at that.
Yeah. I think I just continue to and make my bar point.
Yeah, this is great. This is now a broken, a broken 5' here. This is really good.
Yeah. The hitting number of 3 is duped, sorts of.
A high number and it hits. So all of a sudden the race is even. This
Oh,
is,
that's awkward.
pronto.
Awesome.
And look at this.
Yeah.
Boom, block.
Boom.
Looking
And
at
now
it.
think. Now think. I don't think you're there yet, but you
Yeah.
need start thinking.
But the hit or a point number dance is a huge
Market lose.
market
Yeah.
losing.
Yeah.
You are 8 away. There's slightly leading, which mainly hampers their recube ability a little bit, not significantly. What do we got? We got 16 numbers point on head
Mm-hmm.
plus double
Double
3.
3 gives you
So that's
gammons.
17.
You're
And you
at
have
a
the other
double.
numbers that hit. Yeah, I like the
There you
cube.
go.
It's scary enough that you can ship this. And they have to take, right?
They have to take. It's uncomfortable.
Yeah. That's part of the reason why to ship the cube anyway. You kind of, if you're unsure, if you kind of can somehow slip yourself to the other side and see how you'd
Mm.
feel about a cube. And if you're unsure, you definitely want to be shipping it.
Then you do have the cube. Yeah.
It's almost like you have to have an out-of-body experience. So you're gonna have to get out, float to another side, and look at a different
Yeah.
mindset on how you'd feel about it.
Who said that? Kid
Your
Woolsey?
opponent takes.
Yeah, Kit Woolsey
Was
has
that
the
Kid?
idea of Woolsey's law of if you're not sure if it's a take or not, it's definitely a double. That's Woolsey's law.
Yeah.
But the ability of just to really see how you'd feel about it and start getting the emotion on how you'd feel about the cube is rough. If I play Chouette, I have to get up and walk around the other side of the board to see it from the other side. I can't. But over COVID, I got better to really envision the other side because I was playing both sides of the board online. So
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I can play from both sides too. So.
Okay. Yeah. Often it's just standing up sometimes helps. Get the perspective from a camera point of view when you're over the board. It's really changing a lot in your perception when you just stand up or if you walk around. All right, so the hits for sure. The 5, I'm not convinced with going to the 13.
Well, you don't want them to have good sixes from the bar. That's what I liked
Which
about it.
they would have had, yes.
So this is
5, 4.
hard. Well, I guess you come out with 4 and duplicate 5s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't want to be hit on the 21 and having and give the opponent the opportunity to hit you and make the best next point in board.
But you'd only be leaving 1 blot too. But this seems like this.
Yeah,
You wouldn't
at
want them to point on
least
your head. That would have been a great point on head number.
exactly.
And this, you didn't want to be hit, but you have lots of returns here. Well, now less. This has to be the right play, I think, because there's just so few returns, maybe.
Yeah, and you see the race is equal now. You might not want to risk it.
Yeah, you don't want lots of returns. No, they gotta hit. I think. I don't know. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I mean, to not hit, it has to be really scary. Normally a lot scarier than this, like a closed board. Not normally for this
Mm-hmm.
broken
Mm-hmm.
prime, you're not going to get scared and not hit.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this, awkward 5.
Yeah.
This looks correct. Just kind of keep it in front of that anchor for now.
Yeah. That play.
This is why they dupe the 5s. It doesn't make the 6s are kind of awkward here.
6-1. Well, they would love to do the 12, but where's the 6? None of 6s play. So this must be
Yeah, the race is even. They're playing safe.
right.
If they had
Yeah.
a double anchor or way far behind, you could do slot, but
Yeah. Okay.
I do this and you just step up or just bring it in. Oh yeah, now you're eliminating the 5, so you can move forward here. So this is fine.
Yeah. Yeah, this is fine. And I would come up also. Ready to run out. Okay, the hit's clear, I'd say. But where is the 2?
This includes the 2, right? They move both of them from here. It's probably correct. There's so many checkers on the 5.
Yeah. And you could do 2s come just down to the 11
Yeah, this is fine.
and
So
keep
big
them
roll
spread
here, a lot of
out.
volatility.
Mm,
Oh, nothing.
okay.
Problem with that is it adds that 6-5 from the back.
5, yeah. Mm-hmm. So we might as well be right to just go from 8 to 7.
Yeah,
It dupes the 4s and the 3s. I think there's the 3, there's the hit.
yeah, so hit, come in, I guess is then the 5.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Can they hit back? No.
Oh,
Stuck back on the 24. That's not what you are looking for after
no
cubing.
rhymes.
I hit on the 24 and close the 2. Yeah.
Yeah,
Keep the initiative. And there's the 1.
and
Or
6-2.
Karen.
Oh no, it's 8-6, right? Yeah, maybe that's
Okay.
fine too.
6. Yeah. I don't have a strong opinion on that one.
I just liked having, especially with all those checkers on the 5, I get so used to when you get rolls. Maybe it's not right from XG perspective, looks at all rolls, but what we're used to is having that spare on the 6 point. And
Mm-hmm.
look for numbers that almost automatically that we can use it with.
You can hit. You can come in on the 24 and hit again. Or you come here and yeah, do
I'm not sure
this.
about the hit because it's really hard to kind of blitz and attack when you're behind a prime and you already have 3 checkers there, a lot of work to do.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh,
Come
look at
up
this.
from the 24.
We can do this and then you do the,
Yeah, or you could safety that blocked from the from the 14.
yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, they're both reasonable. You might want to lean for less blots, but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
think about escaping. So this is now we have 11. It also dupes 9s. Look, now it's 1s and 9s from both sides.
Well, that's not nice. Double
Yeah,
5.
that's the power of the prime. It says, oh, now I'm leaving, but now I have you primed. This is
Yeah, but it puts them nicely up in the
oh,
race.
that's
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
What'd you say? What'd you say about being up in
Excuse
the race?
me, oopsie. I heard that.
Yeah, I'll show you up in the race.
Right.
Uh,
Over 2, yeah. Now you have a 4-point board at least. Even race, yeah. So you keep your 5 prime. Oh my God. This
What'd you
is what you
say?
like.
Every
You
time
can
we
do
get
double
stuck or
six, I
race,
can
it's
do
just-
it too. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's great for the audience.
Wow. This is like a seesaw.
Oh, okay. Wrong side of the dice. But another double. Yeah, just bring them in, maybe. Do this crossover either. That's technical play again.
Yeah, just when Martha's team is like thinking, oh, we're gonna get the cube in or something. There comes the other double.
Exactly.
Like, no.
They were like, oh no. Yeah, they could go to the 4, also with a 6 from 6 to 4, technically spoken. Yeah, now you slot the 4, or you can bear off, okay. I
Yeah,
hate when there's nothing on my 4. I need to have my 4 points strong. Well, that
maybe just roll
helps.
double threes or something instead.
Yeah, that's
There
really
you go.
nice.
That's the 4
Okay.
you're regretting, the miss.
Not after, well, after the double 3, you're quite convenient with that gap.
Okay, we're looking at another lead change here.
Back and forth.
1-0, 2-1. Now we're gonna go to 3-2. Be 6 away, 7 away. So we just kind of flip flop what we had before. We're gonna be at 57-43. 66.
Oh, okay. A nice
Ooh.
double 6 would change it again.
Oh,
Double
look
4,
at that.
not enough.
Wow.
Oy,
Do they
oy,
know how to
oy.
play this 5-1? They'll figure it out. Oh, yeah, that was the right play.
They did it.
Wow.
All right. 3-2. A lead for Karen Davis and Kent Goulding. And a nice start for Martha and Asbjørn, making a 4-point.
Yeah, you always like that nice little start on your side.
3-2 down and hoping that your opponent doesn't roll a double 5. It's the double 2, and I think you're going to the 20.
Yeah, well, at least 24-22 for sure. And the 20 looks fine with that other builder out there. This is great. I mean, this is nice and solid. Again, compact. Your distance between your points are not, you've compacted the position a lot here. And look at that.
Yeah.
You would have made the 5-point if you didn't. So
Exactly. Yeah. 5-3, points on head. Nice
great
shake.
number.
Double 2. That's your 4-point.
Yeah, 4-point. Here we come.
Nothing cube-wise to think about.
Yeah.
4-3. All
You got a
right.
hit
Here we
here,
go.
right? This
Yeah.
would be a hit because you're going to leave a blot anyway.
You have the stronger board. You have your 5 opponent's 5-point anchor.
Yeah.
Go for it.
And that's
Put
the kind of
yourself in a
play that a lot of
position.
people, I mean, there's this play, and I just don't like playing 6-4. I'm just not a,
Yeah. The dilly builder there for what?
yeah,
That's
to
off.
hit on the
No,
2 later on.
I don't like that. Yeah. 6-3. There's the hit.
Yeah.
Boom.
Let's see, if you get hit anyway, you kind of attack and put the checkers out where kind of where you wanted them, but
Yeah,
now
and they
you
would
will
have
see them use
danced.
that dilly. With any 2, they're going to be hitting now with that.
6-2. I think I'd go to the 15. I don't hit. Yeah.
Yeah, this solidifies a lead here. It solidifies kind of the racing game plan here and puts it in the bag for a little bit. This
3. Yeah, looks like normal play.
If that's the full roll, that's the roll. Yeah. Oh, wow.
Double 6.
Double 6. It's going to be looking
And
at
here
double
comes
pass.
QB. Yeah. 5-point. I think it's still a pass. You double and pass.
Yeah, double pass. So now we're gonna be
Your opponent doubles.
5 away, 7 away. Should be
New game.
63-37. Okay, make and step up. Ooh,
Nice. So both made the 5 point.
it's funny,
Here's
early
the
game, we don't
anchor.
even really think of what the rolls are. We just kind of roll and sees what comes out. We're not even hoping for anything yet. It's too early. But when we get them, we're like, oh, cool, that's nice. Like
Yeah,
a nice
exactly. You
juicy
take it as it
berry off a
comes. Yeah.
tree or something. You're like, ooh,
Yeah.
that's a great
Yeah.
berry. I'll take that one. It's right in front of me.
Yeah. Yeah. And you're so happy that you know how to play them.
Exactly. We have, yeah. Point on head with a 3-1 in the early game. We're all gonna nail it too. Contra, there's no hope your opponent's gonna
Ooh,
blow it either, no matter.
that's true. So you come up and down. I like that.
Yeah.
For 2, you could do the bar, leaving a blot. I'd go to the
No,
8.
I just go to the 8
Yeah.
here. You're getting builders in the right places. Looks
Yeah.
standard, familiar position.
Yeah. Do you make the bar? Or do you run?
I run, you're ahead. Just run here. I think for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
it's a pretty really solid, this is 14 pips before the
Yeah.
roll. Not all 8, and oh, there you go. So 7. This is good. Whew, now we're gonna see. We're gonna see a cube next turn. And cube action, Denise.
Yeah, 20 pips up, down in the match score. I'd like a cube there. Yeah, I'd cube this.
Yeah.
Your opponent
And I
doubles.
take. And it's
Yeah.
a take, I think.
Yeah, this take fairly standard holding game. Without the 4, sometimes you're not going to be rushing to cube, but all the checkers are behind that point. There's nothing, I mean, in front of that point. There's no killed checkers. There's a lot of timing for white to bring this around. But only 20 pips in a holding game. Without that 4-point made, this has to be a take.
Yeah.
Just kind of garden variety
Yeah.
holding game
If you're
here.
on if you're on the butterfly anchor, which is called by Michi the 22, then you often have nice takes there. Would be different if it be back on the 24, 23 anchor.
That's a great
Double 3.
roll.
You don't need to risk and leave the shot in order to make the bar point. You just come down. Nicely played, I think.
Yeah, they have
6
plenty of
roll.
timing. This is a great roll. Obviously, now we'd be into past territory, but those were 2 good rolls
Yes.
for white.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, you can
white's-
clear the 10 now. Then distribute for a nice
Yeah,
bear off.
even 6. I just bring it in. This is fun.
Yeah, I think both is fine.
But again,
Yeah.
that's a distribution that looks great for white, and black that might. I mean, doesn't have the timing to stay back. Look, not a single checker has been put on the other side of the anchor yet
Yeah.
for white. I mean, it's kind of ideal barren situation here for white.
Very nice. Yeah. Very comfortable.
I think I like the other one. I think I like this.
Yeah, me too.
Again, just kind of technical play that we do, but those things come up often, and we just kind of get used to the patterns, I guess.
Ooh,
Ugh,
okay.
okay, a little bit of a miss there.
Mm-hmm.
But you can do that. Those are the first 3 checkers on the other side of the anchor. So that's
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Good timing for Karen and Kent now.
and look, and that helps. So they're all shot leaving numbers here. We got
Yeah.
6-5, 6-1, 6-2.
Hold your breath now.
Oh, not yet. They haven't picked up the dice. Oh no, it's still a pretty big parlay to get hit. So on backgammon, it means it happens all the time.
Yeah. Karen and Kent looking for some nice fives to play.
Ooh,
Six
look at
for
that.
nice clearing number. Dire relief on Martha's and Asbjørn's side. 3-1. I just start running because are there
I'd
any
wait a
shot
roll.
levers? Wait
I'd
a
still
roll.
wait just because I don't want to get, there's still a lot to unstack there. So these little numbers, 2-2, 1s, 2-1, 3-1, just they're still kind of there to attack.
Yeah, the gammon threat is not really high. There you go. You called
Yeah.
it.
And now
Now
there's a
you can
one.
run.
So if you can get over the
Yeah.
prime, you run with 1.
Yeah.
And here you're not really expecting to get a shot, but it also slows down the bear off when you run with
Yeah.
checkers.
They
play
can't,
evenly.
for example, now they can't fill the 3-point with that 2.
Yeah. But they rip 2. This is when it gets kind of funny. They know they have, they might, okay, they're just running because they're not going to be, they have to wait 2 rolls. It was a 0 position. Nothing was going to leave a shot that roll. They weren't going to stick around longer. So they just ran with the 3.
Yeah. Well,
Okay, it's
that
going to be
looks very much
4-4.
like a 4-4, 5-point match.
Yeah, I always have hard on this match equity though. I think though 5 away, 5 away. I think it's about 50% each player, I think what it is.
I think so too. 50% beat. Changes after the opening roll immediately. Yeah.
Yeah, the best opening roll, 3-1, makes you like 55%.
New game.
So
Yeah. 5% favorite immediately.
and the worst opening roll,
5-1. Okay,
21.
this is what they heard, and they want to have that 5-point. So if you can't make it naturally, you slot it, and they get away with it.
Yeah, 5 away, 5 away is a fun score. We all get used to it. We play them in blitzes and match score comes up a bunch.
An
Short
excellent
matches.
double 3. Instant board, 5-point, 3-point, and the split. Or come down and keep the attack alive. I like that. I'm not worried to be back there. I want to attack
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, if you're blitzing, you want to just focus out on the blitz, if that's the idea. And I think with the dance here, you have a solid, you're cubing, so that's an awkward 4 you're cubing. It gives a better threat. I like coming down as well. You're aggressive. And at 5 away, the gammon value is high once it's cubed. It's a lot higher than normal, so gammons are worth a lot. The gammon would get you to Crawford. Now the same thing goes. The other person has good recube value for the same thing after that, if you don't get away with it. But yeah, I like coming down for all the reasons you said. Actually, the more you said it, now since I see it, it's all I'm saying. I'm thinking it's actually a mistake not to. Other
Martha and
mistake.
Asbjørn desperate for 4-3 now.
Yeah, I don't. This is-
4-6 will do the job also. 3-1 anchoring up, coming down. I'm not stepping into it.
Does this hold off the cube at this score? This could very well be a
Interesting.
cube. I might very well double this.
Yeah.
I know if I was trailing in the match, I'd be pulling the trigger finger.
Your opponent
But at the
doubles.
score, because the gammon values are high, I also like this cube.
Your opponent takes.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, that's another hit and make the 10.
Get to fill that hole that's 6 away from the gap in your inner bore, which is always kind of a great spot to have.
Mm-hmm.
I call it like the cork. It's like the cork for that, close up that bottle there, and he's
Mm-hmm. Yeah, do you want to expose another blot by slotting the 5? 6, 4.
Oh.
Well, that's clear. You could also double hit.
Yeah, that looks so strong though, having the
You can
best
do it
full blind
later.
board there.
We really are in gammon territory there. I'm not sure whether that was a take. They took it quite fast, I thought.
Yeah, the score it's rough because of gammons. I mean, when you get to that, I'd have to sit down and take and say, okay, how many gammons am I losing? Just at least throw a number in your head and then balance it out to see if it works.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely hitting.
Yeah.
If I'm doing this,
And
I'm
then
gonna
look
come
at the
down and
5.
remake the 8 because that's part of my prime. It's part of my attack. I'm not worried about getting hit by loose 3. I would have made the 8
No,
sure.
look at that. Look at that.
This gives life here.
Mm-hmm.
I think you want to hit from the back. You have to hit on the bar.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It gives good save, but you have to look beyond just the next drill here. You're thinking this is going to be a long game. You don't want them to have that 5 prime in front of you. If they get that 6 now, it's deadly if they make that 5 prime this early. So you do this. If you get hit, you stop them from making the 5 prime, and you're a favorite to make either the ace or the deuce next turn.
And then you're in a nice position. Yeah.
Yeah, because if they come in and get the 6 or 5 anyway this way, it's devastating.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you get hit, you're just stuck on the ace, and if they make the 6 point, it's trouble.
Yeah. And I don't have, I don't think that,
Look at that.
yeah, look at
Boom
that.
and
Oh my
boom.
God. Yeah.
As Justin would say, this is looking, ooh, that's a great return.
That's awesome. That's probably the best shake they can have in that position.
Yeah, you had to pick a number,
Okay.
it's what you would have picked. So.
Anchor up, consolidate, come down.
Yeah, this buys time and makes, white has to kind of tiptoe around this problem here.
Often it is also right in that if you were so far ahead in the race that you
Yeah.
have to look at your bad doubles, right? Double threes, how do double threes? You don't want to prime yourself.
Yeah. I like that play of the double slot here. I would do the double slot. You're not going to expose stuff. You still have spares to play. You need to make a board.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Quite fast,
they
yeah.
run, but they would have run anyway.
And
They
you're
had
not
my
hitting now
yeah.
anyhow. Yeah, you're waiting now.
Yeah, you're not attacking now.
You
But you
want
wanna
your
get
board as soon as possible ready when your shot is coming
Yeah.
and you're strong.
4 points calling for another checker.
Mm-hmm.
Or this, but I don't want to make the ace when I'm on the ace. So I do the horrible looking 6 to 4. And it's
Now I would do this, yeah. Do it there. Yeah. No, I wouldn't. Ooh.
but my
Hurts me.
confidence level's low about putting spares on the 4 point. I wouldn't necessarily bet the position because I like collecting position where it's right to go 6 to 4 because I like saying it's always wrong, but there I liked it.
There, I liked it too, yeah.
I'll leave a shot, I would step up 11-9. Yeah, this looks good.
Yeah, I'll creep up there. Ooh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
That is a nice 5 point and
Lemonade.
yeah.
When you're given lemons, you make lemonade. You just do what you got. And that's great.
Or pass me the tequila and the salt.
Oh, look at this.
Ooh,
Jump out.
yeah.
Can't think
You
about
have to
punching.
jump out. That is really a nice shake.
Yeah, if you can do this and then cover next turn, you've really evened out this game. I mean, it was looking like Gammon City there.
Mm-hmm.
This is a
Oh no,
big
come
mistake.
out.
Big
Yeah,
mistake.
I say so too. 3, 4, jump out.
Yeah, now they're kind of back to where they
Hit.
were. You can't, it's hard to
Yeah.
blitz when you're behind one step away from the edge of a 5 prime, and that really did multiple good things at once. The
Mm-hmm.
worst that could have happened when you jump out is that you're hit, and then you'd have 2 checkers back.
Mm-hmm.
By staying there, you already have 2 checkers back, and you've made your ace point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with the 1, 3, I think I would do this. I would not leave from the 17 yet and having 3 blots.
Yeah. I mean, now I'm just trying to, I mean, I truly think now White's just trying to save gammon at this point and not have blots all over the place.
Well, probably they are thinking about really the value of the bar point, right?
Well, don't you have to split the back though, right? You have to go 24, 23 with a 1. What's the other 3? I'm missing here. So is this the original? No.
No, they played the one already.
So I would have split the back with the 1. I think you have to. Okay, need a 1.
Well, with the one they hit, right? They had to hit before that
Oh
roll,
yeah,
the 3,
okay,
1.
yeah. Yeah, I couldn't see the
3,
original, so
5,
I
yeah.
was just kind of guessing.
Mm-hmm.
They said,
So
"Where'd you order those double ones? We want those."
exactly. Or just one would be nice. 6, 4, quite fast.
Yeah, and this is what happens in this position left and right. I mean, you need a lot of rolls to get those checkers out, and White just doesn't have it.
Yeah. Desperate for the one. Double 3s, very nice. Distribute.
Now you get this, and this is scary now. Now this is like wrong time for the 1. I don't think you give it. I think you're just keeping the anchor right
You
here.
know, I think you were just hoping not to expose another blot.
You just don't want to get closed out now.
Yeah, there are just too many checkers in the zone to split in the back, I think.
I
I mean,
wouldn't
this
hit
is
here though. I don't see any game.
no.
There's no.
Yeah, does it give you timing to then have
It's a
another
fantasy
shake
if
on
they
the
dance
one?
to get rolled 2 1s, 2 6s, and not by the time you don't bust. It's
Mm.
what we call a Hail Mary, and that's an American football term.
Ah, yeah.
It's when people just
Okay.
have a couple of seconds left, they take the ball and they chuck it downfield as far as they can so someone can hopefully catch
Because,
a
yeah,
touchdown or something. It's
yeah.
not likely to happen, but when it does, it's dramatic.
Same in basketball.
Oh, yeah, it's the equivalent of like that kind of, more than half court shot with a couple of seconds left. You just kind of chuck it in for the win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you say the same thing in basketball too. It's all the same thing.
Double 3s. That's interesting.
That was the best White could hope for. I mean,
Yeah,
White's like, oh, great. Now you can
yeah,
step out with 4s. Now they'll be happy to hit
yeah,
2 4, 1 4,
yeah.
double
Happy, happy, ding
4s.
dong. Yeah. I think I'd keep a 5 prime in front of them and clear the 7, actually.
Yeah, because you have to assume there's going to be hits and contact going forward. So you'd like to have that board when there's contact.
Look
Ooh,
at that.
The best of
4-1,
both
exactly.
worlds. Oh, look at this. What's going on here? Well, the race is even.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
too
think there's a
wimpy to
reach
cue. I
yet.
wouldn't cue, but I'm scared. I
No.
miss stuff like
Yeah.
this. That burnt
Yeah.
checker is what makes me not. If that other checker wasn't burnt, I might do it. Oh, this jumps out from the back. You get your 4, come up.
Yeah.
And
And
now if it's a dance, it's game over. I
ooh,
would cube this. This is a double,
yeah.
and this is not a
Yeah.
take anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your opponent
Yeah.
What a turnaround.
What a turnaround here.
They're considering the take because not that many numbers cover, but
new game.
no, yeah, they don't. Because remember, you could covers, but you also have the numbers that break the 6-point that cover too. So you have like the 3-4 and 3-5. and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. With the one you lift.
Wow, what a turnaround.
Wow. Yeah. Very,
That was
very
amazing. That
fortunate
was
for
that was a
Martha
great
and
game. That had a little bit, right? This is a great match so far.
Asbjørn. Yeah.
Most of the games are pretty
That,
exciting here.
yeah.
Okay,
And
we're
they're
down to
very
3 away,
close
5
to-
away. I've been saying all the time. I believe that's
Mhm.
65-35.
Very nice opening for Martha and Asbjørn. They really have a momentum here. 3-2. Come down with both and keep the attack alive.
Yeah, I like that. Your attack. This is fine too. Actually, I kind of like this. That's good. Oh, hit back.
5-3. Yeah. Not going to allow that to easily
whoops.
happen there. The splits. 5-6. Okay.
I would
4
slot the 5.
blots. Yeah.
I'd slot the 5.
This is the point you want to make. There's nothing
Yeah.
better probably to do.
Nothing else is constructive anyway. So as you
You
said,
could come out to the 15 dupe 3s.
yeah, that's also reasonable.
I like this better because double 3s are really, really a joker roll then. There you just have ones to cover.
Yeah. We have 1s and 8s, and there's also the numbers like 4-5 that will make the 1, or 3-2, which will make the 3. I like the point that I'm slotting the points that I like, but it's early and
This
black
seems
doesn't have a
reasonable
board.
too.
So this is 5, 3, 1. I don't know. This looks
I
good.
think
though.
this
has good.
this
has
looks
good
reasonable
balance.
too.
This has good
Mhm.
balance.
Mm-hmm.
So this could very well be correct. I'd like to look at that. Kind of these kind of subtleties of the game.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
A lot of times when things are unsure and they're really close and the styles are just different. So there's the plays that are so tough.
Oh, double hit. Do you
Yeah.
double hit or do you anchor on the 17? I think you double hit.
No, yeah, you got to hit. You're not ahead in the race. They have an
Yeah.
outboard. And you're too stiff just to anchor up now. So just double hit. You'll
Yeah.
never get double 5s anyway. So
Never. Not this roll.
yeah. Ooh,
Three.
there you go.
Ooh-ha.
That's
Yeah.
what black was looking for, something like that. I said yes. Hit back.
Oh, there's the hit back. 5-6. Come out to the 18.
Well, I don't know about
Hit
the
on the
18.
2. Tempo hit.
I don't think I'd come out with the 18. I might come out with the 20 or hit on the 2. Well, come out you're heading the race. I'd jump out in the 20.
Yeah. Go to the 14.
Yeah.
And hold your breath.
14.
Mm-hmm.
Only I'm really afraid of another thing is kind of like the double hits. That's why I don't like the other one. And I don't want to give him the 6s to hit before. Again, if I was behind, I'd do this and expose another bluff, but you're leading in the raise and you're outboarded. So I think this is kind of the game plan that White wants to do this.
Yeah, well, you do have dancing numbers there and 3 blots then afterwards to collect. Anchor or hit?
Oh, hit. Yeah, you
Hit.
board and you're Yeah,
Yeah,
oh, perfect. There you go.
yeah.
This
Come
is,
up. Yes.
yeah, this is really evened out this game here now. This is
Yeah.
back to
Yeah.
holding. How do you play this?
Oh, this 3 is ugly. I slot the 3.
Yeah,
Lack of other things to do. You
yeah, this is,
wank up.
yeah,
Yeah.
good play. Good play.
Well,
A
you
lot
could
of
come
times I'd
out
miss those
also.
plays and I'd bring a checker down, but it's you're exposing another blot. And I just go by saying, "Oh, I want to unstack. I want to unstack," and sometimes I miss plays like that.
Okay, come out, do 3s, and aha.
Oh no, yeah,
You
you don't
come
need
out.
to. I think this is fine.
Okay.
This is fine. You can repopulate that checker, the
Okay.
midpoint. Oh wow.
Ooh, very nice.
1,
And
2.
out. Yeah. That's my play.
Yeah, this is gonna be so this now. Oh, okay, good. Good number there.
Are we having something here?
I would I would ship.
Mm-hmm.
Your opponent doubles.
Got a race
Yeah.
lead.
Yeah.
It'd be short at a normal score, but you're kind of down critically right here, 3 away, 5 away. You want to ship it whether they have a
Oh.
take. Do they have a take?
And they do have a take, I'd say.
Yeah, I think they have
They
to
have
have
an
it.
anchor, they're not in the air yet.
But they don't have a take if they know they're gonna roll this. Oh, double four. Oh, I thought double fours hit. I'm so used to seeing them on
No,
the point.
they got stuck there. They
It's not as
can't
good as it
release their
looks.
last checker. Mm-hmm.
This is trying to fade a 4 and a 7. They do not, but they can hit back.
Yeah, and do the 9. You do the 9 point, right?
Yeah,
And leave the blot on a 16. They do have a blotting board. Oh, they're dancing even. Ooh. There's the 5 point. Desperate for a 3, 1, 6. Nice.
make the deuce.
Make the deuce and put the pressure, keep the pressure on the 22.
Yeah.
Well,
A
if
lot
they
of
do
people
roll a
say, well, the
6, you're
last checker
behind a
you
5
run,
prime.
but I also want to advance my checkers, if things
Coming
don't go
out,
wrong. I would
coming
make
out
my
dupes.
board.
Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Well, this dupes
Yeah,
6s, swords. The thing is just, of course, you keep the pressure, but if Martha and Asbjørn can make it their 22, you're stuck back there maybe.
22, 23, 24. It's just a lot of numbers. But yeah, 24 is not everything. Plus 5, 4. There's 26 numbers.
How big do you play here? You want the bar point desperately,
Yeah,
or
as
you
the
leave it
leader, I'm a
slotted.
little bit concerned about leaving blots all over the place.
Double
Big
3,
number.
what a great shake here. Oh my God, that's
Wow, yeah,
awesome.
that was the best number in the cup.
V2, now you hide your blot
That's kind
there.
of perfect. You got 6s out.
Pick and pass. 1, 5.
Tough. Yeah, I guess you're not gonna expose it, right?
No.
Good, but
Play with your spare.
yeah.
6-2 just all the way. 5, 4. Just come down.
Hit.
I give up the outfield. I give up the bar point.
Yeah, good
Double
play.
slot.
You're not staying there anyway. It's not doing anything once they
No.
clear that blot, and you're only gonna block with double 2s and double 1s anyway. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, good play. Good recognition that expiration was up on the value of the midpoint there. I mean, yeah.
Slot.
Okay, kind of
All
traditional,
right, shot
and it's
time.
a shot. This is just ugly.
This is really ugly. I think you clear the 7 and put him on the bar. Is there anything else you could dupe twos
Well, you
by
could break the
clearing the
8,
8?
the further point, dupes 2s,
Mm,
but
mm,
I guess you'd prefer to have them on the bar because if they get away with it, you're winning more games than gammons.
yeah.
But
I
what's
would
the,
not
this is
leave
just
2
one
blots.
blot though. It's just one
Yeah,
blot.
yeah. 1 blot is my play as well. Question is,
But if you break the 7, it's one blot too, right? Yeah.
yeah, and you have them off your back, but there you dupe the 2s to cover. I still vote for clearing the 7, I think.
Yeah, when in doubt, you're gonna hit. That play there is not.
Oh, yeah. Okay, they go for this one.
And it was the
Okay,
right
close
one.
to
It was the
3.
right one because if they would have done the other one.
They would have been hit and covered. Yeah,
Oh, okay. 10-7 and lift.
yeah. I lift and
Oh, you could break the 6. This is interesting.
clever play. I'm not sure.
Not sure, but it looks okay, actually.
Yeah,
It
I
looks
need to
better
look at
than this.
that.
I mean, this with 5 checkers
This.
there, it's really hard. You do want to, you're
Yeah,
losing a landing spot, but you do want to clear that point anyway.
yeah. Oh, this is very unflexible. Actually, I like clearing the 6 there.
It's funny, these cute plays though, often I always see like for me, it's like blunder potential. When I want to play a serious match, I'm saying just don't do cute. Just avoid cute, you know. But this is nice. It could be right here. I'd like it. Like I'd argue for this in the chouette because you know it looks like
Mm-hmm.
smart when you're like, "Oh, make this play. It looks good." People are like, wow, I wouldn't have done that. But
Yeah, we really need to go through the bad numbers here. Take the time. They do have enough time. Their time management is excellent, I'd say.
yeah. So yeah, you can run through it. Other play. This is 6-5. It's
Hmm,
horrible. 6-4 is really
is
bad.
nice that way.
Yeah, this way.
6-4 leaves a block. It leaves a shot.
No, here 6-4 would make the ace, I guess. It'd be an indirect.
Yeah, the other one, exactly. There,
This would just
6-4
make it
makes.
without leaving a shot.
Yeah,
5, but they also have then 6-3 is bad. Most sixes are bad.
6-3 is okay here. Just leaving 1 blot on the ace then.
You can play 6-1, 6-2. Oh no, you'd have to sit down and go through it's like every single number that I do on my own, but then you see how's it look going forward? And I think the clearing the 6 plays looks clearer than this, that even if this left less immediate shots, this is clearly going to leave more shots later on.
Later on, yes.
The issue is just clearing the back point. Okay, they made this, so we'll look at that. That's
Mm-hmm.
fun play.
Yeah.
When in doubt, you
In
want
and
to make that
slot.
play if you suspected it, so you don't want to miss that opportunity to make a good hard play to find.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd keep my anchor on the 21 yet. I don't run off yet.
Yeah, you're not busting your board, you're actually making it, you're slotting the point. You're way down, definitely right just to play and make the board here. That's almost automatic. There's some things in backgammon, just there's like these little tipping points. If you're still making your board better in this kind of situation, there's no real reason to run off it unless you think you're maximizing shots. And I don't think you're there yet because they're also giving lots of good numbers to kind of point on
6.
head as well.
Yes,
Um,
6-3, for example.
Even like, well, 3-1. 3-1 when you stay like this leaves a shot.
Oh, I would
I would
not
stay
do
back for
this.
sure. No, you have to stay back.
Yeah. Otherwise, you can just play all 6-4s and 6-5s and be nicely behind
Because you're
the
not busted.
anchor.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely good contact to stay all the way back on the ace. Some of those bad numbers are coming now. All of a sudden now, 6-3 doesn't leave the shot. Even 6-5 doesn't leave a shot if you step up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what does actually. So and you're making your board better here. So
Hmm.
and there's that number that would have left a shot the other way. I guess they felt that the contact on the 4 was enough, but you had immediate contact now. You didn't have to
Yeah.
wait for the other one. And this is just bad. They don't have
This,
to hit.
this,
This is a
this
gift.
I didn't even consider.
No, this is a gift to do that. I mean, you don't need a
Yeah,
shot.
I'd
You're
say
leading
so.
by
You're,
bundles here.
yeah.
You're just tiptoeing home here.
Mm-hmm.
No, you stay.
No, stay. Dupe the ones. You bring one in.
I think what must be happening is they're afraid of the gammon and they want to get that other checker home. That's the
Yeah.
only explanation I can really find for
Yeah.
rushing checkers and
Mm-hmm.
doing that. They're like, we have a big lead, they have great gammon value. We don't want to leave
Mm-hmm.
it. Let's run. And I think that's what they were doing. But they're gonna get good contact. It worked out now. They're getting that last shot contact. They're gonna think, do we leave it now or not? This is a pay now,
Yeah,
pay
dupe the
later.
twos. Dupe twos by clearing the 10.
You have to look because the pay now, pay later, when you get away with it, you're pretty much home free. You're leading by a bunch. It does dupe the twos. Man, this is such a hard play to make. It could very well be right. This is only 11, and you're favored to leave a lot more than 11 after.
It looks like a play and pray position. Those are really hard.
Yeah. It's a classic pay now, pay later, but I think this checks the boxes for pay now. I mean, they do have the block. It is duping twos. So it's only double twos, which means if you're hit, you're gonna hit 30% of the time. Those aren't all wins, but it does give you of the hits, you're gonna come back and win at least half of those times you hit.
Okay, they decide on that.
Oh, but look, this is too big.
Would
They're
have
gonna
gotten
overrun their
away.
position, so they gotta go.
They gotta go.
If you stay, you're busting your board. Again, that's what I was saying about the tipping point. Like, I'm not sure. Sometimes it could be right to break the board,
Mm-hmm.
but generally it's not.
Mm-hmm.
It gives them those little numbers that are great. This might be fine if you're gonna get a shot now. Again, I don't know. The contact's so good right now. Black is so brittle. That's your impulse to wanna just break the board. But you have to resist it. It's a great Justin Newell said, he only breaks boards in karate class.
In karate class. Yeah.
So I think of that all the time. And I'm like, oh,
Me
only
too.
break boards in karate class.
Yeah. But sometimes it's right. Sometimes you're just patient. Really have to figure it out because of
But
the
look at this,
gammon.
it's 6-1, 6-2, 6-3. Even 6-5, you're only getting a single shot instead of 17 numbers that hit.
Mm-hmm.
I'd bust the board here. I'd do it. You can have a 5-point board, they only have a 4, you can still win. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go out on the one limb and say I play 5-1 here.
Yeah. That's what they're going to do, looks like.
Lot of interesting plays to look at, lots of good study material just in these last couple of moves. That pay now, pay later that came up, really
Mm-hmm.
that. This kind of falls in the technical play. Sometimes it can be a big mistake. This is a hard play to make. They're doing right spending time here because this is
Absolutely, they do have enough time. So they wisely need it to go through the numbers.
there are merits. I think the little numbers like double ones and 1-3, 1-2 just kind of set you back. And there's that. Look at that. That
There's
would
the
have been
pick
a
and pass.
shot.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, you're on the bar. So that was sort of the
Cruising home,
yeah,
Karen and Kent.
6 numbers. Didn't get them.
Nope.
Okay,
Okay.
11% chance of getting hit.
Another,
Not anymore.
yeah, not anymore. And with this double ones,
Well, now they're
Yep.
thinking, geez. So is this the original
Exactly.
position? No, I'm not sure.
This is the extra checker.
I would do this. It's a very small parlay to get hit.
Mm-hmm.
It's only like a
I'd be
3% chance. You have to
I'd
dance, then leave a shot,
Ooh, there's the dance
then get
and
hit.
no
And now
hit.
you don't leave it. Yeah, because
Yeah.
you're not
Yeah. But the gammons, well, they're uneven.
yeah, they're not a favorite, but if they get a double here, big double and small, it could definitely work. That's a great number
Yeah.
for white.
Yeah, looks like a nice saving number there.
And now even with the double, they're gonna save. And that's everything.
Yeah. Yeah. So 6-6. 3-point match, 3 away, 3 away.
Three-way, all for
50-50.
50%. I think I figured out when both people have the same away score, it's always 50%.
That's a good point, Roberto. I'd
Yeah.
remember that.
It makes the match equities so much easier to understand.
4-5 opening roll for Karen
Classic.
and Kent.
No, they're pausing the talk, or maybe they're taking a mini break. I don't know.
Yeah. They wisely do. So
Yeah, I would take a mini break now. That wasn't a long mini break. We can't even talk about our wonderful sponsors and all that stuff yet.
yeah, and how wonderful it is, everybody watching this.
Can you see how
Also
many are watching?
later
I have no
on.
idea. I'm just feel like I'm chatting with you, talking about a game. This is fun.
Mm-hmm. Three, two.
Hit.
Be aggressive. Be aggressive back.
Get hit back. Okay, just
11 point.
consolation prize. Like, okay, can't hit back. I'll make my 11 point.
Double hit
Ooh, I
or
didn't
bar
see
point?
that.
Or bar point.
Point. God, maybe double hit.
To prevent your opponent to
I mean-
attack on the 20.
I mean, you're ahead now by a bunch, and you're getting the first point. So this is the first point you're gonna get. So it may just push to this. You're not that. They're stripped in
Desperate.
the 8.
Hmm.
I don't know. I might be inclined to this.
I always feel very stupid when I do the double hit and the opponent comes in with a double one.
Yeah, but then you feel stupid if you did this and they just get like a 6-1. You're like, ah.
I should have.
Or a double one would also hurt anyway. So double one was going to be good either way.
Exactly. Yeah.
This is showing how good the bar was. It's like, hey, look, I got something. Black has something in hand. It's that like a bird in hand is better than 2 in the bush. Like I see you have a tangible asset there.
3 point.
Yeah, 3 points always good. 3 points good. People say, oh, you don't want to play behind the anchor, but when you're right behind it, like fits like a glove, whether on the 4 or the 3, it is a good point to have, especially when it's the first point you have in your board. because it's early and you're gonna need points in your board at some point anyway.
Hmm.
You don't know if even this is gonna stay a holding game yet at this.
Yeah, and you can't wait forever just to do the 5 point first, just because
Yeah.
it's in front of your opponent's anchor. Need
Yeah,
to do something, and that's a nice opportunity to have the first point inboard.
yeah. It's gonna stop them a little when they hit loose. Well, this
Oh,
is,
look at that. Hello.
there's that, or just,
That's nice.
that's probably good. You could step up too. I might step up here. This is soft.
I do the bar. When, because of the blot on the 24.
Yeah, it just seems so compact though. If you do think that's 5, they're never gonna make that 5 and 4 prime in front of you.
Yeah, now you have both 5 points. That can't be bad. That's true. And slot, oh, come up. I like the slot. You could also come up to the 22. You're far ahead in the race, you want to go out. Well, that's
Yeah, I
fine as
agree.
well.
You could have come up as well, but
Then it would be the double hit.
looks
This way
naturally,
it's,
it's playing that
yeah.
point, making that 4 point looks good. Great roll.
But look at that. Both
That's how
points
they do it.
made. Excellent.
Thing of beauty.
Yeah. Go to the 5 and to the 11. Or to the 8, yeah.
Yeah, I think I like the other diversity better, but this is fine.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't waste time. As I said, I wouldn't if I wouldn't even seen that play. I would have done the first one I saw because it looked good.
Yeah, I don't give up my mid. I think that's fine. Oh, 2. Yeah, do the 9 point. Leave the blot there.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, but you're trailing, so you can do that. You can do the blocking play. I think you like it when you're trailing, right? Would that be a tipping point change of how you're playing?
Yeah,
And now you're ahead, I guess you run.
you run. There's a blot in the board. You're far ahead in the race. And what else are you going to do?
Yeah,
Play
your board's
behind
better.
the anchor? I don't think so. That's a nice opportunity.
If not
Now,
now,
cover and
when?
head.
I don't know. That's also a backgammon song. That song, If Not Now, When? Is that Tracy Chapman? I don't know.
I just know, should I stay or should I go now?
Yeah. Yeah,
Which
that's a
was
classic
actually
backgammon song.
our wedding song with my husband and
Oh,
mine.
nice.
Should I stay or should I go now? But
He stayed, both of you stayed, I suppose, because he said he
yeah,
was.
we stayed.
You would have
I
said
left my I
that was my
left my imagination
ex-fiance's
for
song.
backgammon theory.
The Graduate, one of those movies that people were about to get married and then took off. On second thought.
Oh, double
Ooh, what does that
4.
do? Not everything you want,
Well, blocks
but you'll take
and
the
in.
pips.
Yeah, not nice. No pretty situation now.
This is gonna be like a containment type thing here. Whack. Avoid the shot. There you go. Pop
E6.
out.
Oh, I think you have to.
Yeah, with this kind
Guess.
of race lead, you just have to. What else? I mean, else you're gonna do 8-9 to 3, and you're gonna pop out next time? Not
Looks
a
so. Oh, that hit on and
make the 3 point.
make the 3.
What? Oh,
Hello.
no. There you go. Just click the wrong
Yeah.
checker. There we go.
Yeah. Okay, 1-3, come up. Yeah.
What does that do? Doesn't hit.
That makes the 8 and the 11, I'd say.
Perfect.
I don't see a hit. Yeah.
Mm,
Uh-huh.
no, I like 8 and
I'd
11.
go for the 8 and 11.
Yeah, it's a blocking point. At least
Mm-hmm.
look at it. They don't look at it, they're missing it. Because I can't say which is right, but they should have looked at the other one. Because it's still left tens to hit either way, but instead you had 2 outfield points. And now this is the money pay. This is the payoff pitch. Okay, double.
Excuse me?
Double. Oh, you said excuse me because I thought you didn't hear what I said. So they are doubling this, right?
Your opponent doubles.
Yes. Do you take this?
No,
Yeah. Scary.
I would not take this.
20, 21, 22, 23, 24 numbers covered directly. They cover, they have 11% chance of winning.
If
New
they
game.
cover and you come in with, you crunch their gammons.
Yeah. Oh,
I
yeah,
would let it go.
you cover and you come in, you're gonna lose a lot of gammons. Okay, good game. That was one that was a turnaround game as well. It was looking like Black was leading there and White kind of came back. So now we got the classic 2-way, 3-way score.
Yeah,
That's 60-40 in the win chances, but White got just what they want. They got a nice 5 points, so they're going to lose a lot less gammons here. Black wants to be aggressive at this score. They want to be able to ship the cube fast, but White is getting these good numbers to solidify the position and immediately put Black in the defensive.
yeah. What they immediately did. Okay, that's nice.
Oh, that was a
Block
fast
3,
double
I
anchor.
like
I don't
that.
know how many rolls that was, but that was a pretty fast sequence to get 2 points in the backboard to get this kind of setup.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I like that slash there.
Me neither.
I think they said early, we have a double anchor, let's slow them down, but now you just have that checker out of play.
Mm-hmm. 6-4, you can hit and come down. Awful lot of lots.
Well, you
That's
could just
really
make,
a trouble
make the
thing.
bar point.
You can make the bar point and hope for better
That's
times.
why I wouldn't have slashed. Now they're basically
Mm-hmm.
saying, that's normally what I don't do, is saying, go ahead, I'm playing a back game, and you don't, generally it's
This
not
is
right.
reasonable too. Yeah.
Yeah, this is probably better than making the ball, actually, because you're still
You
behind.
keep
the
your
scoreboard.
anchor and or come out with both. Hit and come out both. Mm. Well,
I'm not
of course
sure.
they
If I
want to
hadn't
hit
thought of
because
the
they
ace, I
don't.
know for sure I'd probably be coming out, but this is just a lot of numbers that will point on you and you'll have nothing. It's kind of like White has too many in the zone to do this here. So your
Yeah, and
contact point has
this
drifted
argues
back.
for hitting that I can't develop any further. But where's the fault? Well,
God, I couldn't do this.
that's quite deep, huh? It prevents, of course, the development of the board.
This is a hard game to play now. You're not. So now
Make the
you
1
hit.
point.
No,
Oh
hit
no,
with
you
the
can
two.
hit and continue, of
Yeah.
course. Yes.
I'd want to get hit on the ace here,
Mm-hmm.
and they may not want to hit.
That's my point. They might not want to hit. Don't improve your opponent's timing.
Yeah, and it's not just the time, it's like that ace is just so lousy right now.
Yeah, leave it
Checker's
there.
just out of
Yeah,
play.
it's really weak.
Leave it there. But their undouble gammon value is really high, so they might be kind of looking towards that. And with contact, it's going to be hard for White to double. So White's not going to cube, you know, until contact's really broken most of the time.
Uh-huh.
White, oh, great roll, great roll.
Great roll. Yeah.
No. Just make,
No,
you have perfectly two spares there. They're there to make the 4 point. That's
this is
all
where
they
they,
want to do.
yeah, this is
It
where they
does
want to
get the
be.
prime though. I mean, this does block further back, and with white over black overextended, this will be good.
And down.
Now this is where
Karen
you
and
have a
Kent looking for
relative timing for black. Oh,
four,
that's a great
three,
roll for
4,
black.
6. Mm-hmm. 1, 6. Come out from the back.
Yes, back is great because you want them to break that midpoint and separate their checkers even more when they hit.
Hit.
See, this is tough. I want to say it's hard to play forward now with 5 guys back.
Double hit. Okay. Yeah.
It's good.
Has
It's only
some
a 4
merit.
prime.
Mm-hmm. And you have spares to run. Just 3s to cover. Yeah. Okay.
So you make the bar and 24,
Distribute.
23.
Yeah. And out or
I would go to the
down.
7. A lot
You
more
want to
numbers to make
eventually.
that prime.
Mm-hmm.
Do you make the 4 here? Yes.
Well, I would like to free back checker there also.
Yeah, double hit. But on the 2 point, yeah. This can be fine. If they come in, they're gonna bust the board.
Yeah. Now you have nope.
You have to hit here on the 4. This is, they're gonna do that, yeah.
Or
Can do that.
yeah, or go for
Do this.
priming also.
But this is, I think I would have hit on the 4.
Yeah, they want maybe that Karen and Kent need to play and crunch, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, without a 6, they're crunching unless it's, 3-2, 2-1,
yeah.
double ones.
Do you slot? Hope
If
to
you
be
hit on the deuce,
hit.
I would. I wouldn't do it now. If you said you're waiting for them to bust, there's still lots of numbers that bust like this. This
There
is
you
just
go.
a disaster.
Terrible. Terrible.
Yeah. So now they're basically playing for the undoubled. Too good here.
They're playing for definitely for the good, I'd say. And
Yeah,
now you can, yeah, do
this is
this
fine.
and go
Yeah, this is fine.
fishing for more. Because with this double anchor, the gammon is not a short.
No. You may even just want them to butt. I mean, they don't really have, with that ace point, they have seemingly have one killed checker right now. But if that ace point gets picked up, they don't have a killed checker anymore.
Actually, they want to recirculate. They need extra timing.
Yeah.
Well, they want to get hit now. I would slot in the back. In these situations, you need to be very patient.
They lifted that back checker because they didn't want to get hit and get gammon. That was like a save gammon play. Lifting that checker from 23, 22.
Oh, look, they can free checkers.
Clear from the rear.
Clear from the rear.
Okay. Make
Oh,
the
that's a
board.
nice shake, actually. Are we having shot leaving numbers already?
No, unless there was a double.
Don't think so. After this, they do.
Yeah, now they'll be. Look at that. That makes the board though. Yeah, this, I'd just do this.
Mm-hmm.
Great
Oh, that's
number.
lovely.
And again, look at
Still
this.
too
No
good.
checkers behind the anchors yet.
Mm-hmm.
So you're
Is
still
it still
going for
too
G?
good?
Yeah, you're still going for G, I guess. This is great.
Great number.
They really want a 3 or a 4, so they have a 2 after.
Another small number.
I guess you just rip. Well, maybe not. Okay. Still too
Captain
good.
Karen's
I think
can
that because the gammon value is so high at this score, I think it is too good. At a normal score, I would have been shipping probably, but at this score, the
Mhm.
double gammon value it's very
It's
high.
huge. Yeah, it brings you match.
And
Oh,
there it is.
there it is.
Shotsky. That's a lot of return shots.
There's one of them.
Not quite the 5.
Can't do the board.
I guess you just run out like this.
Run out, but still keep the anchor.
Hopefully. Ooh, hit.
Ooh-ha. Oh, miss.
Yuck.
Yeah. Still in gammon saving mode.
So no hit or hit? I guess with that
Question
number,
is 2-6 hit
oh,
back.
Black has real chances here.
I won for sure like this.
2 in. I wouldn't jump out with that 5.
Yeah, I would leave it
That
there,
was your furthest back
contact-wise.
contact. You're gonna want that.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful hit.
Oh, that's nice.
One
Bring
more.
them closer and
18,
spread out in the
16.
back. Yes. Outfeed coverage for 6-5. Okay.
I only have 3 off, so this is not
Yeah, yeah.
but
And
they have all these gaps.
they can still remake the board.
And there it is. Wow,
There it
beautiful.
is. And now,
Now we're if there was a dance, we're getting into double
oh,
territory actually.
5 for sure hit and spread out again.
Look at this, another great.
Ooh, that's lovely. Okay. Do we slot here? Even.
If you
No,
slot and
there's
they dance,
still
it's
no,
like you
no.
double them out.
Yeah, exactly.
So I would have slotted. This is probably a double now. I would have doubled that actually. Because remember the take point now for the other side is around 26% and you're killing the recube value. It's only 3 off, but all those gaps, it's just not good. And now I think a hit
Okay.
the dance is you've lost your market. So they're
You
thinking
can
about doubling
still.
now.
Yeah,
Which could very well
they're
be correct.
exactly.
This could very well be a
Fours,
double do.
threes,
I would have doubled.
ones.
I think you're better the turn before. So would have cubed then. This I think you'd
This
have
is
you ship it.
you ship it, and it's a take, of course.
Yeah, now it's a take. Now if they dance, I believe it's a pass for sure now. So. Now it's even.
Now ship it.
Clear pass. They have the race lead now. 3
Exactly.
checkers is just a roll differential there when you have the checkers off.
Would you take it?
No. Money might be closer. Of course,
Mhm.
if you're playing for money or normal match score, your take points down
Your
around
opponent
21 and a half, 22%. At this score, you need to be 26%. That's a huge leap. It like nullifies like one of the checkers off.
New game.
Yeah, clear pass.
Clear pass. And 7-7. So
You taught me this today. There's 7-7, so
50-50.
50-50. There you go.
So they need to look a bit for time, right? They have to watch the clock. Kent and
I like it that
Karen.
no one's kind of cubing. They're kind of like gonna play that game of chicken here, it looks like. Black will cube now.
Your opponent doubles.
I'd say so, yeah.
They
And
see these
right
good
to do
doubles
so.
here.
Yeah.
The
Make the
outside hit.
3-point
No,
outside hit. Yeah. Hit back.
That always gets me on heroes you can hit before you come off the bar. It always freaks me out.
Yeah, that's really awkward, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can switch it off.
I like the way everyone's used their time. Everyone's using a good, look, now it's the last game. You got a minute and a half, 2.5 minutes, and they've used their time. They've thought. I mean, that's what you want to see. I think they're playing a well thought out game here in a final.
Yeah.
Dude, both teams are doing a great demonstration on how to play these kind of matches.
In and out. Is it necessary to jump off the 22? I do this and
I
do
like this.
connectivity
Yeah.
wise. Yeah, you're not afraid of gammons now.
Yeah, that's great connectivity. And diversification in the back. It just kind of gives you more options if things go badly. You have other checker that can hit a fly shot. Like
Yeah.
now a 6-5 would hit that checker on the 14 or something like that.
Ooh, double one. Now
like
it's
that.
for sure the bar.
This is great.
You're still trailing in the race. That's a hitter.
It's a hitter because it leave a shot. Oh no, it doesn't leave a shot. It does this. So
Okay.
they're ahead, so they want to do this.
Mm-hmm.
At first, I didn't think they could make it. I don't think you want to hit because you just get returned hits so often, and you're already ahead in the race by a boatload.
Mm.
And gammons don't matter. I don't like that, actually.
Okay, that makes a nice 5 prime.
That was a lot of return shots. I didn't really see the gain.
There you go.
Ooh, bad number.
Ooh. I think that's
Please.
what you do.
Oh, and look at that.
Jump out for sure.
Ooh,
6-3
boom,
shot
chakalaka.
and
Outside
boom.
hit. Look at that.
3-6
Ooh.
anchor up. Ooh, very nice shake.
So what do you do here? You make your board.
I make my board 4 point.
Yeah.
There you go.
Keep that contact back there for sure.
Yeah, one single checker in this kind of situations has value,
Yeah.
It keeps a bit pressure on Black's 16 point also.
Exactly. Ooh. Look at this.
Yeah, continue with the same theme. There you go, see?
This is great.
Now you have a pressure.
Wow. So you just have to leave it and run.
Yeah, there's no safe play.
So no safe play. You do this. Miss.
All right. That's a miss. That hurts.
So the thinking about it, you could still leave it.
Yeah. Leave it back there and do this.
I wouldn't.
Or
I wouldn't jump. That contact there on the 22 is just, it's great.
I think so too.
Definitely leaves uncomfortable numbers.
Yeah, you could slot the 1 and split to the 4.
Yeah, I think I would do that. I guess they're just saying we're not going to go to the 1. It could be wrong going to the 1. It's out of order. You're playing for contact. It could very well be correct. I'm just fighting for that deep contact, and I wouldn't. They don't have a board yet, and that's a lot
I
of.
don't mind this as well. I mean, this puts pressure on the on Black's blood over there.
Yeah.
Okay. Cover. Ooh, that leaves quite lots.
Yeah.
Lots.
If they would have stayed back, it would have been devastating. They'd have 2 on the bar with 2 points
Yeah.
made. So with this number, it
That was
worked out
a
perfectly not staying
yeah.
back.
Okay, this is a hold your breath situation now.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's
Well, they're not
exciting.
doing this.
No. It's legal to look at it.
Yeah. Well, the
Yeah,
other
the
one's
other one
triple
looks much
bluff anyway.
stronger.
What is this? 1,
2, 3. A
looking at
direct
this.
shot? No.
This is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. This is 19 numbers hit.
Ouch.
At least, if I count 19, I could be missing something, but I know it's at least 19. Oh, what's this? This is
6, 3, 6,
3,
3.
3,
Wee, wee, wee.
3.
Oh gosh. Any twos? 5, 5.
Oh, and a dance.
TikTok, huh? Yeah, we're getting low on
Oh, another
time.
dance. Just took up the contact.
Ooh,
5-3, play safe.
yes.
Looking for an ace to come in on the ace for the best contact here.
Yeah.
60 pips down, you want contact, but comes in high.
Oh, that's not nice.
Oh,
Ooh, but keeps it yeah.
yeah. Oh, there's the ace.
You're not too unhappy being on the bar when you're far ahead behind in a race. You want to have the contact there.
Oh,
And
look at this.
there. Oh, it's
Strip
still working.
City.
It still works. Okay. That's the 1 point, I'd say.
Yeah,
Get ready for the shot.
one's
That
good.
might come with any 4, huh?
Making
Except
the one's
double
better than
4.
slotting it. I would have made the point because you're looking for contact now. It also saves a 6.
Full
And
2
here's the
shot
shot.
time. Shot time. This one or 1 point?
Yeah, I think you just solve your problems from behind. Ooh, the 20-second alarm.
Ooh, yes. Ooh, sweaty sweat.
10
10
seconds.
seconds. Make up your
Chance.
mind.
Last spot, they hit it and cover.
Oh no! Oh my God, where's the 1-6?
Wow.
Not there. Diversified.
Was this 6,
Come
10,
up.
12, 13, 2 checkers off?
Cover the outfield for the
Ooh, there's the
1-6.
5. Oh,
In.
there's a hit though. Slot the back.
Don't worry about gammons. Get him
15,
in the
12.
zone.
Now you have 5s to make
Where's
the
the
5.
1-6? Can we see the 1-6? I don't know who's clicking, Karen or. Ooh,
KG's the one
close.
moving on that
Oh,
side because it says KG there. But
okay. Yeah, I see
wow,
it now.
great hit. This
Oh
is
my
amazing.
God.
And only 2 checkers off. White's obviously a humongous favorite in this position.
Yes.
I think we're around 10% chances for black here.
Yeah, that really looks like a nice win for Martha and Asbjørn from Norway in this exciting final of the WW backgammon community.
Yeah, this was really a great match. I mean, this was really lead changes down to the wire, DMP,
So close, really.
lots of interesting games.
Wonder what the luck factor is about. Must be close. I didn't really have a feeling about anyone being so much luckier than the other.
Yeah, so now they're thinking what they want to do. I mean, the biggest fear is black just coming in with boxes or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't leave a shot. You're kind of
No.
well ahead.
Yeah, just play quietly from the back. 2 off.
You get 1 checker off with the 5, but then you leave more shots, a lot more. And a shot could be fatal. One of those. Oh, okay, it's going to be a race though. They have chances
Yeah.
for big boxes, probably 2 doubles behind. Maybe just one. There's one.
Ooh.
Yeah. No, they
Here's-
still need another double here.
Yeah, and Martha and Asbjørn, they don't like ones. There's
Oh
one.
no!
Oh my goodness!
Wow!
Oh my
And it's over!
goodness! Congrats to
Wow.
Kent and
What a
Karen on
final.
oh,
That was
what a
amazing.
final! What a showdown!
Wow, congratulations to all the players here. I know I just want to,
Awesome
congratulate the
match.
winners here, Karen and Kent, but wow. Martha and a great match. Great match.
Great match, and very unfortunate for Martha and Asbjørn in the end, and very fortunate for Kent and Karen. Congratulations.
Yeah, this was awesome.